Welcome to another edition of Talking Politics with Dr. Oladipo. This is your regular host, Dr. Oladipo, the managing editor of the Eagle Online. We operate at www.theeagleonline.com.ng. From this edition, we will be collaborating with a YouTube channel, Newspop NG, for wider spread. Kindly subscribe to both the Newspop NG and Talking Politics with Dr. Oladipo YouTube channels and keep liking our programs edition after edition. For this edition, we'll be taking a look at the not ready to go away issue of a Muslim-Muslim ticket adopted by the All Progressives Congress for the 2023 presidential election. The news came, not unexpectedly though, through the presidential candidate of the party, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, when he visited President Muhammadu Buhari in Daura, the president's hometown in Katsina State, during the Salah break. The former Lagos State governor told newsmen even before he met with the president that his choice for running mate will be Senator Kashim Shettima, a former governor of Borno State and a Muslim like him. This has fueled discussions, both for and against, on the political scene, more so as other major parties have chosen mixed religious candidates for their presidential bid. In Labour Party, Peter Obi picked a northerner and educationist, Yusuf Dati Baba Ahmed, while the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, as known all along, Atiku Abubakar, picked the governor of Delta State, Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa. For the New Nigeria People's Party, Rabi Okwakwanso announced his running mate as the general overseer of God First Ministry, Isaac Idahosa, who is from Edo State. Why the choice of a Muslim candidate by Asiwaju Tinubu, who is also a Muslim himself? He explained it by saying that Senator Shettima is experienced and will join him in running a government that will not take time in getting its bearing right. Shettima, from reports, has also been credited with being unbiased when it comes to religion. As governor of Borno State, the Borno State chapter of the Christian Association of Nigeria lauded him for his being conscious of balancing things out when he holds leadership position. The chairman of that chapter of the association, Bishop Mohammed Naga, in 2017, had so much to say about Senator Shettima. Let me quote Bishop Naga now. I am saying this in the presence of God Almighty, and this is nothing but the truth. Governor Shettima, in the history of Borno, is the only governor that has sponsored the highest number of Christian pilgrims every year since 2011. End of quote. Shettima was governor of Borno State for 8 years between 2011 and 2019. Let me go back to Naga, and I quote him again. I am speaking boldly without fear of favor, because as CAN chairman, I do not receive salary or kobo from the government or any institution, but the facts need to be told. The governor has shown compassion to the Christian community. That was on April 3, 2017. And Shettima was also credited with ensuring that at every point in time, including when he had to hand over the chairmanship of the Northern Governors Forum, it went to a Christian. So what is the issue about the Muslim-Muslim ticket? From in-house within the APC itself, there have been arguments that because of the nature of the politics of Nigeria and our tendency to be religious when it comes to the issue of politics, there is a need for a balancing to be done. Some in-house have argued that President Buhari turned down Asiwaju Tinubu in 2015 as his running mate because of the issue of trying to balance out religion in occupying positions. One of the most ferocious voices in the APC opposing the Muslim-Muslim ticket has been one of the ardent supporters of Asiwaju Tinubu himself, and that is talking about a former secretary to the government of the Federation, Babachir Lawal. His argument, which he has made twice, one through a statement and another via an interview on Arise TV less than 24 hours ago, has been the fact that no matter what a government does, once the balancing act is not done in terms of religion, it comes to nothing, because whichever religion feels sidelined will not back that government, give it its support, or even listen to anything. He said, as far back as when the APC was trying to constitute its newly constituted National Executive Council, he voiced it out that it was dangerous for a religious balancing not to be done. But he said it was shocked when both the national chairman and the deputy national chairman emerged, and they were both Muslims. And then he said the biggest shocker of it all came when Asiwaju Tinubu, also a Muslim, emerged as the presidential candidate. And then this follows the choice of Shettima as running mate. Let me quote Lawal on Arise TV. He said, first of all, nobody should aspire to be president of this country if he ignores the religious dichotomy in the system. Anybody wishing to lead this country ought to be concerned that he's going to kickstart his government in a manner that is divisive, in a manner that is antagonistic to a certain segment of the society. It doesn't matter whether it is Christianity, whether it is Igbo tribe or Hausa tribe or Muslims or so on. You are supposed to, first of all, seek to unite the people you intend to rule. Whatever else you will do, without this unity, nobody will appreciate it. End of quote. And he went further to add, that is Babachir Lawal now, that the choice of Shettima by Tinubu is a direct attack on Christianity and Christians in the country. Let me quote him again. First of all, you will antagonize the Christian majority in this country. It's a direct attack on them. And even if in your own zone, you might put the election in jeopardy. Because when it comes to religion, Nigerians take religion first. Now you'll jeopardize the whole of the Christian religion in the north, in the south, and the southeast. Also within the party has come up the voice of the Vice President, Professor Yemi Osinbajo. Despite the fact that he did not personally issue a statement on this issue, the Vice President was said to have argued against the choice of Shettima. And his position also was that the flag bearer and his running mate should not be of the same religion. According to a source close to him, Professor Osinbajo is opposed to this thing announced on Sunday. That is a day after the Salah when Asiwaju Tinubu visited President Muhammadu Buhari. And his objections are well known both to the party and to the flag bearer himself. But then there have also been arguments outside the party and within the party. about the issue of competence and ability to manage one's belief. One of those who has argued, and stridently so, about competence, though he is also a Christian and would have supported the idea of a Muslim Christian ticket, he is the editor-in-chief of leadership newspaper, Azui Shekwene. In a well-written article published on Thursday, Azu questioned the rationale behind the decision to bring up a Muslim-Muslim ticket. According to him, there is nowhere it has happened in the country where the balancing has not been done properly and a candidate will win overwhelmingly. Let me quote him. They recall, that is those who are against the Muslim-Muslim ticket, that Nigeria's last president, Goodluck Jonathan, a Christian, defeated a Muslim candidate and was overwhelmingly installed by northern votes. A story Jonathan also shares in common with former President Olusegun Obasanjo. And then there is the part that runs even deeper. Grating unspoken, deep-seated rancor in Christian circles. Christians under President Muhammadu Buhari have been at the receiving end of most of the most vicious and deadly attacks, often in an atmosphere that suggests, if not official complicity, then at least narcissistic indifference. End of quote there. But going further down, Azu was quick in pointing out that what Nigerians want at this time will not be just having a combination of both major religions in government as leaders, but a capacity to deliver on the needs of Nigerians. Let's take him again. Unfortunately, where Japan's state Shinto has been corralled to underpin development in one of the most advanced countries, religion in Buhari's Nigeria has proved a perfect alibi for his government incompetence. I'm not suggesting that there aren't Muslims that have taken stupendous advantage of Buhari presidency, the same way a bully might use the name of his notorious big brother to terrorize the neighborhood. But such persons have done so not necessarily because Buhari is a Muslim, but more likely because his incompetence indulges him. And what about the point that other Christians voted Jonathan in 2011 and may have done so again if Tinubu's running mates were a Christian? It's a different ball game here. Jonathan and Obasanjo were the candidates, not the running mates. He went further to quote some books and studies about the impact running mates have on the candidates. And in one of such books, in one of such studies by Christopher Divine and Kilpoko, entitled Do Running Mates Matter?, he said the authors found evidence of limited direct effect on electoral outcomes based on the influence of the running mates. And then let me quote him again. Any serious risk of collateral damage in the present case should be a valid concern for Tinubu and members of his party. But such a concern should be based not on emotions or what happened over a decade ago, which may have been undermined by demographic changes, but on evidence. By the way, my guess is that of the two candidates of the main political parties, Tinubu and Atiku Abubakar of PDP, if anyone is likely going to be significantly affected by northern switch in allegiance, it could be Abubakar. Reason? Peter Obi, his running mate in 2019, offers a potent rallying point for Christians in the north, for Igbos residing there and across the country. If Tinubu gets his electoral maths wrong, he would, of course, pay the price. But that, in my view, will not be a consequence of poor religious foresight, but one of electoral miscalculation and the sum total of what he represents as a candidate. In a country with roughly 50-50 Christian-Muslim population, there are many Christian leaders and even ordinary Christians who feel genuinely afraid, if not offended, by the prospects of a Tinubu-Shettima presidency after Buhari won. But there are also a number of them for whom having a fellow believer on the ticket is just a matter of group outreach, a way to avenge opportunism. Under Jonathan, for example, how did the Christian faithful benefit from the multiplication of private jets among the Christian clergy, a few of which were used to convey cash and arms in a regime of discretionary parking fees and waivers? Tinubu is in the race to win. He will do what he has to do to win, and if he thinks that includes fielding a Muslim or Buddhist monk to run, that is it. Registered voters, on the other hand, are not bereft. And the sooner they stop allowing vested interests to swindle them by framing Tinubu's choice as a bereavement, the better for them. As things stand today, among the frontline parties, there are Muslim-Muslim, Muslim-Christian, and Christian-Muslim tickets. Unfortunately, instead of focusing on the wreckage of insecurity, poverty, employment, brain drain, and debt that Buhari's government will leave behind, we are chasing shadows. The only way to punish any candidate, for ultimately is the candidate who bears the responsibility, is to measure them against the wreckage that stares us in the face. Voters may choose then, with clear line of sight, the candidate that can start to clear the mess. End of quote. And this is where a lot of Nigerians stand on this issue. How the country can get better. Who is the candidate or which party offers the best choice for a new beginning for Nigeria from 2023? Who is capable of reinventing the wheel? Who is capable of stopping the numerous attacks across the country? That is the issue. Those are the issues that are worrisome to a lot of Nigerians. And the party that appears to possess the greater chance of putting forward a candidate and running mate that can address those challenges will ultimately be who Nigerians will be looking for. That will be it on this edition of Talking Politics with Dr. Oladipo. Don't forget, you can also contribute to this discourse by sending us a video that is not more than 2 minutes, or reach us by written words in not more than 500 words. You can send both or any to info@theeagleonline.com.ng. Again, info@theeagleonline.com.ng. And don't forget, like we said, we are now collaborating with Newspop NG. Please go to the YouTube channel, subscribe to it, and keep sharing our videos. Thank you for watching, and catch you on the next edition.